guys. You know, my office is downstairs. As they got to walk by my office.
The Cleveland Browns select Shedeur Sanders, quarterback, Colorado.
The reaction in the draft hall says it all.
Today, day 4, went out there and threw 3 TDs. 3! I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. My dog went out there and just stood up in.
This man is the most consistent quarterback on that roster, bro. Hands down.
They had to come down there and see what Shedeur was doing. They had to come down there and pay attention because the word is out.
Really nice play on that one. Maybe the play of the day, arguably the play of the day, where he found Luke Florio on sort of this crossing route across the field for 6, caught it, took it upfield for a touchdown as he beat the defender.
The moment Shedeur Sanders fired his 12th straight strike and the last safety limped away shaking his head, the bleachers in Berea erupted. But inside the Browns facility, the cheers quickly gave way to spreadsheets, depth chart magnets, and very uncomfortable conversations.
Keeps on playing the way he's playing in camp, it's going to be hard pressed for the Browns not to get him into action.
A rookie delivering a flawless 12 for 12, 3-touchdown period against a top 10 defense is an Instagram reel for fans. But for coaches and executives, it is a data point they now have to explain, project, and most importantly, act on.
Work done. So he's working really, really hard. I like everything there is about Shedeur.
The entire draft board, but certainly Shedeur is somebody that, you know, I think has done a really nice job throughout this process.
What does a perfect practice really mean? And how far should one outlier day push a multi-million-dollar quarterback plan? Let's slow the highlight tape, zoom out, and pressure test every implication.
All right, let's set the tone.
Yep. Hey, hold on.
Let's set the tone in this wrist. Let's get in the end zone. Here we go. What's it? Here we go. What's that?
Start with the hard numbers. Through 9 open sessions, Sanders is 49 of 70 in team drills, 70%, with 6 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. The best ratio in Cleveland's 4-way battle, and one the local ESPN affiliate tracks daily.
Great film to watch. Much, you're a fearless leader. Let's go, baby. QB's on 3. 1, 2, 3. QB's. We have 100.
Joe Flacco, steadier but aging, sits at 58.7%. Kenny Pickett, still nursing a hamstring, hovers at 67.6% on far fewer attempts. Dillon Gabriel is sub 55% with 2 picks. Small samples, yes, but quarterback competitions often pivot on smaller ones, and every coach in America knows it.
And then, in my opinion, I think that Shedeur Sanders is the best.
We have a great feel for this young man. He's a very, very hard worker. He has fun when he's in the building. I'm enjoying watching him progress with every single meeting, with every single rep.
Yet statistics minus context are mirages. Sanders' glittering line was built almost entirely with the second-team offense while facing a mixed first and second-team defense. That matters when you project to Sundays because the speed delta between backup corners and all-pro starters can turn a tight window completion into a pick 6 overnight.
Change the culture in your locker room. If you want to start winning, I'm your guy.
How much time everybody has to spend together is about relationships overall. So I don't want any memories of me, being negative or being mad at any situation.
ESPN's Camp Notebook even reminds us the rookie has not received reps with the first-team offense to date. A perfect practice against starters would be seismic. Against a rotation, it's at least partially diluted. Smart evaluators weigh that dilution before redrawing depth charts. Front office math enters next. Deshaun Watson's fully guaranteed contract still clogs the Browns' 2026 cap, but Watson's legal haze persists. Flacco's deal is 1 year, $4 million. Pickett carries 2 cheap seasons. Sanders, as a 5th rounder, is bargain basement. If the rookie is even league average by next season, Cleveland suddenly owns enviable leverage. They can trade Pickett to recover draft capital, keep Flacco as a mentor, and budget the roster around a cost-controlled starter. The error bar is wide, but the reward curve is massive. which is exactly why General Manager Andrew Berry has already refused to rule out carrying 4 quarterbacks after cut-down day. Of course, value can flow the other way. Talk to any scout and they'll warn you about camp mirages, those August heroes who freeze once real bullets fly. Sanders' next test is a joint practice and preseason opener in Charlotte. If he regresses to the mean, say 8 for 16 with a tipped interception, today's helium escapes fast and the depth chart calcifies around the vets. If he maintains even 65% against live blitzes, then the organization confronts a classic sunk cost dilemma. Prioritize high-priced experience or ride the cheap upside. That fork arrives in less than 2 weeks. Add the human layer. Sanders asked Hall of Fame Dad Dayon to skip camp so the spotlight stays on the team. That self-awareness resonates in a locker room that remembers Johnny Manziel's circus. It also hints at maturity many evaluators questioned during draft season. Fox Sports reported how he compartmentalized his father's cancer surgery while prepping for OTAs, impressing coaches with laser focus. Leadership equity isn't tracked on a spreadsheet, but when Myles Garrett tells beat writers the rookie's cadence is already messing with my jump, that anecdote carries weight in meeting rooms. Injury risk provides the counterweight. Sanders missed day 9 with shoulder tightness, reminding everyone that his 451 attempt senior season at Colorado left plenty of mileage on that arm. CBS Sports framed Saturday's absence as precautionary, but also noted he has seen few first-team reps overall. Durability concerns are why some scouts dropped him to round 5 in the first place. The Browns' medical staff will be brutally honest. One red flag MRI could reset the entire trajectory. Trade chatter whispers at the edges. If Sanders keeps shredding preseason defenses, quarterback-hungry teams, think Colts or Saints, could float a mid-round pick for a prospect Cleveland only invested number 144 inches. Moving him would open roster flexibility but risk booting a potential long-term starter for short-term gain. Conversely, should Deshaun's situation worsen, Berry might shop Flacco or Pickett instead, using Sanders as leverage to inflate return packages. Perfect practices create phone calls, and the Browns will receive a few this month. Zoom out even further, and the ripple touches league-wide draft philosophy. The 2025 class saw teams spend lavish day 1 capital on traits over Polish. Sanders was the outlier, hyper-accurate, smaller-armed, perceived as system-protected. If he outplays higher picks immediately, analytics departments from Tampa to Seattle will regrade their models. It wouldn't be the first time a middle-round passer forced a meta shift, see Wilson Russell. But those shifts only stick when camp brilliance translates under bright lights. Fans naturally want the fairy tale arc. Rookie outduels veterans, seizes the huddle, and drags his team to January. That can happen, but usually doesn't. Critical thinkers remember that quarterbacks who start before they see their first zero blitz often trend 2 directions: Justin Herbert's rocket ascent or Zach Wilson's stall out. The difference is often organizational patience, scheme fit, and the player's willingness to marathon the mental grind after the adrenaline tapers off. By all accounts, Sanders spends extra post-practice film hours logging every safety rotation he misread. That habit matters more than one perfect drive. So what should the Browns actually do? The rational path is incremental escalation. Give Sanders a third-quarter preseason series behind the first-team line, chart decision speed against live defensive disguises, and reassess. If he remains efficient, sprinkle in red zone packages week 1 the way Baltimore used rookie Lamar. That allows Stefanski to harness upside without detonating continuity. Simultaneously, keep Flacco's veteran eyes on 3rd and long and let Pickett prove health before any trade call. It's the slow cook approach good franchises follow. There is also the timeline of Deion's recovery. Should Coach Prime visit mid-season, the publicity blast could either galvanize a Sanders-led offense or amplify scrutiny if the rookie is benched. Sanders appears mindful. He wants to earn that moment before cameras swarm. The Browns must decide if they share that timetable. So file away the viral clip, keep the champagne corked, and brace for the only variables that settle arguments: live bullets, exotic blitzes, and the ticking clock of a salary cap window. If Shedeur Sanders replicates even 70% of his practice magic when pads crack in Charlotte, the Browns' quarterback calculus changes overnight. If he falters, the organization can retreat to its original blueprint and let the rookie incubate. Either way, that one perfect period has done its job. It forced Cleveland, and the rest of us, to think critically instead of merely celebrating the highlight. And in a league where snap judgments can define eras, clear-eyed analysis might be the rookie's most valuable contribution so far.